Alright, I gotta make this real quick because I'm on my job doing this. A vlog on a job. It's like 2:51 in the morning, and the only people who are here is me and like some Cantonese people there's like a Cantonese restaurant at the shopping plaza. I don't know I'm gonna try to say this in like less than 20 minutes. I know I always say that I'm gonna try to say in less than X amount of minutes. I never do it, but I'm really gonna do it because I'm on my job right now. So basically, I just want to talk about my job and how much it sucks ass and how much I'm just getting paid $9 an hour, and I'm working 4 days, and it's pretty much a full-time job because in the state of Florida, 32 hours is a full-time job. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself like, bro, I'm 29 years old. I should be making way more money than this, especially with the set of skills I have at the moment. Like, even though I'm not a senior developer or anything like that, I should still at least make way more than just $9 an hour. But for some reason, I just can't break into a career. I can't break into or get my foot in the door. So now I have to take these working class jobs. And even with working class jobs, it's like, there has to be something. I would feel like the majority of jobs you should get paid more than $9 an hour. You should get paid at least $12 an hour. But how many jobs are out there that pays $12 an hour? I always think about that. Like, what can I do I can use this job for a while, but what would be the next step, you know? Now, I am an unarmed security officer, and I know with armed security officers, you get paid better. If you think about like Brinks trucks, right? Brinks trucks, they have security and they have armed security, and I think they get paid somewhere between $13 to $14 an hour. But the problem is like, first thing, I don't want to do the armed security training because one, I have to pay more money, and two, I don't really feel comfortable carrying a gun. I don't feel comfortable about carrying a gun because, you know, with depression and stress, I don't know, like, I just feel like I'm going to use it on myself. So I just don't feel comfortable about purchasing a gun. I'm just being honest. Now I have to think about other things, like, what are other types of jobs available where you don't really need a college degree, but you can still make pretty decent money? I mean, you can think about like truckers. Anything that has to do with trucking is pretty good. Like if you're a garbage truck driver, if you're I just saw like a truck. If you didn't see it, well, you probably didn't. You only see this perspective. But I was just looking to the right of me, and there was like this truck that was delivering like Caesar's pizzas. I guess they're like, you know, stocking up on the products or whatever. And you know, I'm pretty sure like these late night truck driver who stock up on like store supplies, they probably make pretty good money. But I think one of the reasons why I might not get the job is one of the reasons why I didn't even get the job for DoorDash. I was applying for DoorDash, and if anybody doesn't know what that is, essentially what that is, you know, you just order food. Somebody calls up to order food, and you're the person that actually goes to this restaurant, pick up the food, and deliver it to the person. The problem with that is, I didn't get the job because based on my background, I had like a careless driving record in 2017 because I got in some car accident. So I have this feeling that if I didn't even get a DoorDash job, I don't think I'm gonna get a truck driving job, you know. And when you really start to think about it, like, it's so strange that there's not that many jobs available where you can make decent wages, you know. I think most people naturally just go into like truck driving or delivering mail, but that's even hard to get into, like trying to be a mailman, you know. I mean, I'm going to constantly start applying to those jobs, but it's like getting into government jobs like that, like, it's fucking hard, man. And there's very limited jobs available. So I mean, I just want to rant on that because it's like, damn. I mean, in the meantime of me trying to actually find a career, I want to get just a decent, you know, just a job that might pay at least, in the very least, $12 an hour. But asking for that is pretty fucking, it's asking a lot for some reason. Asking for just that is asking a lot for some reason. Or maybe I just don't know. That's another thing about me. I don't know all the available jobs or all the jobs within my area, local area, that's going to pay $12 an hour. And even then, here's another thing about this job situation. It's simply the fact that, like, okay, let's say I do find a job that pays $12 an hour. A lot of these jobs, one of the barriers is that you need to have some type of experience within this job. So I don't know, let's say that there's some job about, I don't know, walking dogs, and they're paying $12 an hour. And I'm like, oh shit, I want to walk some fucking dogs. But they're always going to be like, oh yeah, well, you have to have years of experience in walking dogs. Even though you don't need fucking years of experience in walking dogs at all. And it's always these jobs like that where it's pretty easy to do. An average person can clearly do these jobs, but nonetheless, they're like, oh, do you have 1 year experience? Do you have 2 years of experience? And oh, you don't? So I don't know if you are capable of doing this complex task. And many of these jobs are not complex. But I just wanted to talk about, like, just the frustrations I have, you know, with what I'm going through at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm just looking back and forth because I'm on my job. And though it's like technically almost 3 in the morning, you know, there might be somebody that might walk up and say, hey, what are you doing? And I'm the security officer, so they might like call the fucking store manager. There might be cameras even in the shopping plaza that's watching me right now and saying, oh my God, he's taking a break in vlogging. I don't know. But I also wanted to talk about this thing. I wanted to talk about this early during the week, but let me just recap. So there's this guy that ripped me off. I was doing some web design work for them, and he did not like my web design, so he decided not to pay me. So what I did was I decided to write a negative review on his page, and not only that, like, when I made the vlog, I think there were like several other people who downvoted his business, and I wanted to do this at home because I wanted to show people this, but there are like several other people who downvoted it, and salute to the people who did. I don't want you to do it because there's a reason for it. To make a long story short, I downvoted shit. His Google reviews used to be 5.0, excellent. Now it's like at 3.8, and now he is seeking legal action to what is he? He's seeking some type of legal action to get at me. He, like, last week, once I downvoted his little Google review bullshit, I got so many. He blew up my phone, so sent me like several different fucking, maybe 10. First he sent like his real number, but then he sent like a private number. Like, what the fuck? You think I'm gonna pick up? If you think I'm not gonna pick up a phone that I know is you, why would you think I'm gonna pick up a private number? I'm definitely not gonna pick up a private number. Private numbers are weird as fuck. I'm not gonna. It could be like a fucking pedophile calling me or some shit like that. I never was inclined to ever pick up anything that says private number here. But he thought he was a little slick and like, oh yeah, I'm gonna call him on a private line. In any case, yesterday I got some text message from this guy, and I think I'm gonna show you the text message because it's really, really funny to me. So let's see if you can see this. Hold up. Let's see if it can focus too. Let's see. I don't know if I can flip it, and I don't think it's focusing, unfortunately. But okay, so basically she says, you know, he's saying, oh, Jermaine, it will cost me $250 to send a legal notice to you and the court. Can we work out some kind of deal and pay for your work and delete the reviews? And initially, I was like, fuck you. You're probably not gonna, you're not gonna have the fucking balls to do all that shit, especially for something so simple as putting a fucking Google review. And, you know, at the same time, when he got away with it, I bet he thought he was so slick, and he's like, yeah, fuck that guy. So then when I actually turned the tables on his ass, I put a negative review that put a stain on his like reputation. Now he's like, oh my God, let's work out a deal. Fuck that shit, you know? But now it's like, I don't really know the legal ramifications for putting a negative review, right? Like there is a possibility that he can sue me or do something like that and say, oh yeah, this is defamation of character. And I don't know, like, I don't know the legalities to just putting Google reviews, because the thing is, I said he was a scam artist, but at the same time, I don't know if that's defamation of character to say someone's a scam artist, even though he scammed me out of money. But even though if a person scammed me out of money, doesn't mean he's an artist. He has a skill set of scamming people. I don't know that. I just can tell you that he didn't pay my ass. So I don't know, with defamation of character is a tricky thing. So I actually called up my uncle, because my uncle's like he knows about law and stuff, and he was basically telling me that though I might not feel like he will do it, there is still a possibility that he can do it. And if I don't show up to court, he is going to win the case by default, and therefore I would have to possibly pay some amount of money that he felt like that I owe him, and I would have to remove the Google reviews. But at the same time, I'm like, I don't think he's gonna go through with it, but I don't know. It's like, it sort of sucks because there is within my Google review, I wish I was at home doing this, because I wanted to show you exactly what I'm saying. But within my Google review, I did tell a little lie, and within that lie, it could be considered a defamation of character. But if I got paid, maybe I'll remove maybe I'll remove the negative review. But I don't know. I don't know at all. But there's already some people coming up here. I might as well close it down right now, because I think they work for the company, and they already saw me. They already saw me vlogging and talking to a camera, so I'm gonna end it right here, bro. All right, let me just say this one more thing before I go out, because I never really talked about the job in itself. The job I'm working at. I'm working at a shopping plaza, and right now it's 3:12 in the morning, and so far it's not that bad because I don't have to interact with anybody at all. There's like moments where I would have to walk past people, and usually those moments have to do with just this one restaurant. And this one restaurant is like a Dominican restaurant. It's like a Dominican restaurant slash bar slash karaoke, and I'm actually looking at it right now. Hold on, let me switch the camera, turn the camera on. So this is like a Dominican restaurant right over there, and there's not anybody there, but within the past 4 days, they would be there till 4 something in the morning, and there would just be people hanging out, and I would have to sometimes I would always have to walk past that area. So I don't know if they say anything about me, because maybe they're saying something in Spanish that I just don't understand. But I feel like, they can detect my odor or whatever. But at the same time, I only have to pass by them every hour or so. So it's not a big deal. And that's the only interaction I get. So I guess for the job, in terms of stress, is not that bad. Here's another perk to this job, which is very interesting, and I just learned yesterday. I get free McDonald's. There is a McDonald's all the way over there. You're not gonna see it, but there's a McDonald's within the shopping plaza area, and you get a free meal. And it's not oh yeah, you only get this one specific meal. You get whatever fucking meal you want, so that's great. Also there was another thing I wanted to say before I was gonna end this. I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm gonna be so mad right when I end it, and then I finally think of what I was gonna say about this. But the job in itself is not that bad. With the night shift, it is sort of hard on you mentally, on your brain, or just physically, because you get tired a lot. But I seem to not be as tired when I compare to my last job, when I had to work 12-hour shifts. I only had to work 7-hour shifts at one point, and then 9-hour shifts at another point. And this is a 9-hour shift, and it's not really that bad. I go to sleep. I'm tired. Sometimes I feel like I want to doze off, but it's not as it's not as bad. Man, I just really wish I could think of the thing I wanted to say. There was another reason why I wanted to turn on this camera, but I can't think of it at the moment. Jesus Christ. I can't think of it. Ah, shit. I can't think of it, so I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm still dealing with the possibility of me going to court over my fucking Google review. I don't know if I should take my comment down, take my review down, because I don't like these scammers. I don't like scammers winning, you know. So I don't know. I'm just gonna end it right here, bro, because I can't think of what I wanted to say. So I'm gonna end it right here. Alright, one more thing before I go. I think I remembered what I was gonna say. And I have to say it in a lot of time because I feel like there's gonna be somebody that catches you talking on the job. But I wanted to say this. I remember my best friend, let's just call her Amy because that's what she wants to be called, Amy. So, Amy said that, she said, don't you now realize, or do you think it was a bad idea to actually quit my previous job, which was G6 management, where it's making $12.50 an hour and working 40 hours a week? And, oh shit, I think the truck is coming back, hold up. I'm hiding behind a porta potty. Hold up. This is fucking crazy. I'm hiding behind a porta potty just so I can't get caught. But what she was saying was like, oh, this is so fucking stupid. Anyways, what she was saying was, oh, do you have any regrets for, you know, quitting your job where you're making $12.50 an hour and working 40 hours a week? And as opposed to now, I'm making $9 an hour, making 34 hours. $9 an hour and doing 34 hours a week as a security officer. And honestly, I don't think I guess there's a little bit of regret, but majority of it is not regret, because it wasn't the money issue. It wasn't because I didn't leave the job just because of the comments alone. The money issue was the problem. And it was the problem because I feel like he knew that I should have got paid more, but he was trying to be slick and trying to be shiesty and cheat me out money. And also was the commute as well. You know, going an hour and back was really annoying. And even if I was making $3.50 more, the commute going back and forth probably deducted all that extra $3.50. So I feel like it was sort of useless in a way, honestly. Alright, I hear the truck coming back again. Jesus Christ. So I don't really think it was such a bad move. Now at the same time, I did quit like in 6 months. And maybe if I did like a year or something like that, and then quit, maybe I'll be in a better position, because if you only have 6 months of experience on your resume, that doesn't mean shit to most employers. But if you have a year or 3 years or something like that, then that's something. So maybe I do have a little bit of regret in the fact that I should have stayed a little bit longer, but at the same time, his fucking pussy ass son and his bitch wife was trying to get me fired. They were trying to find legitimate ways to get me fired. They would constantly argue with him, yell at him, and ask why is he not fired yet. And I would overhear these conversations. So to still be in that environment, but only get paid $3.50 more, I don't know. I don't think I really would enjoy it. I mean, I feel like in terms of peace of mind, in terms of the job here as a security officer, and peace of mind at my previous job, I have way more peace of mind. I don't have to deal with as many people. Now, obviously, because here's a better comparison. If I both got paid the same amount from both careers, so I'm getting paid $9 an hour. Let's say I got paid $9 an hour as a web developer or webmaster of my previous job. Well, now I have to, since money is not the factor, now I have to think about the quality of the job. And the quality of the job is way better as just a security officer patrolling a shopping plaza as opposed to just working websites. And I know some people might find that crazy, but that's just how I feel. I don't want to make it too long. This is going to be the last vlogging segment. I swear, I promise you, thin.